Dumelang, beautiful people, and welcome to Brandtg, a combination of branding and strategy. My name is Mpafi, and I'm a co-founder of Brandtg, together with Calvin Mutanyedi. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Hi guys, how are you?
I hope the viewers are good. So on this platform, we share content relating to branding as well as service design. And today we're going to be focusing on service design, looking at an innovating method called round robin. So, Calvin, do you know what round robin is?
Not at all. Not at all. What is it about? I see statements. What is it about?
Okay, so round robin is an innovating method that is used to spark fresh ideas, but with co-creation, right? So, for example, I know that people might say, but there are a lot of other methods out there, like normal brainstorming and whatnot. So, the difference would then be that normally if you've got a group of people in a meeting and they're brainstorming great concepts and great ideas, what would happen is that you would have like an extrovert or like an assertive person setting the tone of the entire meeting by speaking and asserting the idea first. So as a result, everyone else then follows exactly like they ideate around the first idea that was spoken. So the difference with this is that it allows literally each and every single individual, whether you're an introvert, extrovert, to have an equal chance to actually co-create great concepts. So that's what the difference is. Do you want me to explain this template and how it works?
So basically, round robin is like brainstorming with critics in it.
Yes, brainstorming with critics in it. And it also allows for people to literally like collaborate, because the collective voices of many is better than the voice of one person.
Okay, makes sense.
Yes. So this is the template for it. You can take a piece of paper, an A4 like this, and fold it into 4 parts. And ta-da! This is exactly how the template will look like. So if you have like a team of 4 people, each individual person will have this piece of paper that is folded into 4 parts. And then the first part, this is where you put the challenge statement. So obviously, every business is trying to solve a particular problem. So that statement, you put it here. And then the second part, you then write your proposed solution. So people will keep quiet so that nobody interrupts anyone. It takes 5 minutes to write the proposed solution. That way everyone has a chance to come up and brainstorm an idea. And what happens after that, this is co-creation of a great concept. People will then swap papers around and then they will start critiquing each other's ideas. So we'll take another 5 minutes again of silence and just writing why the solution will fail. And after they're done with this, they're going to swap papers again. And then they're going to come to the final concept now. Basically combining the proposed solution as well as why the solution will fail to come up with the final and fresh and new concept. So this is really how it works. Did I explain it? Do you understand how it works?
No, I follow.
Okay, cool. So I think now we're going to do a bit of a demo just so people understand like how it works.
Okay.
So in terms of the challenge statement for the purposes of this video, can you please tell the viewers like what we came up with, like what problem we're trying to solve using round robin?
Okay, so I see the problem that we are trying to solve is that since the theme should rather be something we can all relate with, so we can go with COVID-19. So this coronavirus has been a nightmare to us.
Affecting all of us.
Exactly. So basically the challenge statement that we could we came up with it's basically how to improve directives issued by government regarding COVID-19.
Yep, and I think that is cool. So we're going to see how we use this to actually come up with the final concept of how we can improve directives that have been given by the government. So how this then works is that each person is going to have the same problem statement. So everyone will write how to improve directives issued by government regarding COVID-19 on their A4 paper. So what we then do is that you take 5 minutes then to write the proposed solution. So in the interest of time, because this is a video, we've already written down the proposed solution. So Calvin came up with 2 proposed solutions and I also came up with 2 proposed solutions, and we're now going to share those proposed solutions. Maybe you can introduce the first one that you came up with.
Okay, so the first proposed solution that I came up with is that during looking at government's proposals to us in terms of how they're going to combat COVID-19. The one thing that we picked up on was that people with lower incomes, they're not actually understanding the message set at the top. So basically, here the proposed solution that I have come up with is that some form of educational campaign should actually be done. People actually going to townships, rural areas, informal settlements, just educating, just showing them how serious this COVID-19 is. Yeah.
This makes so much sense. So I really love the whole campaign idea, because if you think about it, I know that like in rural areas, when I call like my parents, my grandparents, they say that, you know, life is just as normal. So people still do not understand the impact of COVID-19. And I think the other thing is that, you know, we live in like a digital era, and other people have not caught on to that. So as a result, you know, only people who've got access to like all this online information, you know, they're able to reach that information and understand how the impact that COVID-19 has in our lives. And that's not the same with other people, like someone on Squatter Camp, and
Shame, yeah.
So I really like your solution. So what I came up with to improve a directive given by government. So the directive that was given was that transport should operate from 5 to 9, and then from 8 p.m. to 4 to 8 p.m. And then the other, so we know that supermarkets operate from 9 to like 6 o'clock more or less. So the solution that I came up with is that they should align the supermarket hours together with the transport hours. Because can you imagine if transport ends at 9 and then somebody's trying to go do shopping and they're using public transport? So, you know, so that's a problem. So how we can improve that directive is that maybe supermarkets can start operating from 6 and then throughout, so that people at least can catch, you know, can have the ability to go and buy in the morning. So that's my solution. So since I said we came up with 2 solutions each, which other proposed solution do you have?
So the other problem that I picked up on had to do with promises that our very own President Cyril Ramaphosa is coming up with. The thing is, yes, you need to calm the nation down, but with some promises you need to have some form of commitments, and there should be alignment along the chain. So what I picked up on was that he promised us, the nation, that there'll be a mass mobile testing station kind of, you know, project happening. But globally, we have a shortage of PPE equipment, so personal protective equipment such as masks, gloves for essential workers, you know. So basically, my suggestion here, rather, or proposed solution rather, was that they were supposed to have some form of commitment with basically the manufacturers abroad in terms of, you know, guys, when will you be delivering these things, or how, quantity, and all of that. And you know, the other thing is, this is a great time for local entrepreneurs to actually shine, you know, so they could actually set aside a fund of some sort, you know, in local manufacturers,
Okay, I like that idea, especially the local, investing in local manufacturers. I think it's a great idea. So the second one that I came up with is around the Rupert and Oppenheimer Fund. We all know that they gave us 1 billion each for small to medium-sized businesses. So my suggestion or my proposed solution would be that it would be nicer if these funds could reach people who have like informal businesses, right? I know that when the president announced the lockdown, a lot of people on social media were actually worried about people who are selling in the streets. So my solution would be that if they could have like a vetting process for even people who have informal businesses who actually might not have the documentation to prove that they're in business, so there could be like a vetting procedure that is done specifically for them to make sure that they also reach, you know, those funds from government. So it could be a different vetting procedure from the one that they have when they're vetting small to medium-sized businesses. Maybe they're registered, they've got all the documentation to show that they're registered, and they've got tax clearance certificates and all of these other documents that might be needed to actually reach the funds. So that's my proposed solution. So I'm thinking about the people on the ground also, you know, they should be recognized. True. So have you done both solutions?
Yeah, I think you covered it.
Okay, so how this works is that that once we've done 2 proposed solutions, you will then swap papers. So I'm going to give you my solutions, and he's going to give me his solution. So we're going to take, so normally it will take 5 minutes to critique in silence, to critique, to make sure that everyone, right, even the introverts and the extroverts, to critique and say why the solution, why somebody else's solution in the room will fail. So because in the interest of time again, we've already critiqued each other, so I'm going to let him critique my first solution and say, basically tell us why he thinks it will fail.
Yeah, so I know in terms of aligning hours and operational hours and transport hours, I think the one thing that I picked up there was that, if cashiers or some form of security in the shop doesn't actually tell the people, guys, we need to cut the line, or transport is about to get cut short at a certain time, you'll find somebody shopping at 10 to maybe just 5 minutes before 9. And he or she is stuck in the line,
These lines are so long.
Yeah, so this person will be done in 9:05, and now there's no transport for that person to go back home.
Okay.
Even though our ministers say we must shop around local places, it's not easy finding like perfect food around.
So here I was thinking my solution is perfect, but I just learned that there is room where it can actually fail. And thank you so much for critiquing, because we're trying to build great concepts. So the one that I'm going to critique is the one around educational campaigns, right? So we know that not everyone in every province understands English, right? So if these campaigns are done, which is in most cases, if they're done in English, they actually defeat the purpose. So that is where it can fail. I'll give an example. I've been watching the news lately, like a lot, and I saw this other reporter who was interviewing somebody who does not understand English, and she kept asking in English, right? And the person was like, and he translated, I don't understand what you mean, and she kept repeating the question again in English, and as a result, obviously, this person, the answer that they
typically
gave,
what's actually happening with government, telling us all these new regulations, and people down there, they are clueless, not because they
don't want to understand, or
it's just that they really don't understand.
the message hasn't gotten.
Yeah,
so if they're done in English, that's where it can fail. Maybe you can critique my other solution.
Yeah, so basically with Rupert and Oppenheimer, the big fund that they have set aside for small businesses, the one thing based on history, funding is not easy to get. There is a list of things that has to go through so many people. And by the time you get there, they decline you for the smallest thing, So it will be interesting to see how it's going to play out in the short space of time. So basically the problem that we might see here, we might find tedious criteria that small or informal traders might not meet. What are you saying about the person that sells mealie meal on the side of the road when you're telling them they have to have a bank account or a tax clearance certificate? Whereas with spaza shops, what are you saying in terms of they need to have municipality bills and whatnots, and they have never ever seen those things, So in this time of need, what are you saying about that, So the second one there was that businesses also might overstate the expenses, Some of them might take the opportunity to actually exploit the fund.
Yeah.
So they might be sitting there and say, okay, I've been paying my people wages on a weekly basis. I've been paying them 2,000 rand. And you can't prove these people cannot be paid that.
Okay. Makes sense. So I'm also going to critique your other proposed solution around the commitment that government was supposed to have with manufacturers before they actually spoke to the people and promised them they're going to have all PPE. So why it might fail is that right now, literally every manufacturer is focusing on their home country. So as you've mentioned yourself that there is a shortage of PPE around the globe. So you can imagine the people, in as much as they manufacture, they're literally trying to keep and make sure that their country is safe first and prioritizing their home country before they actually export these things to Africa. So it might be difficult to have that kind of commitment with other countries because people are looking out for themselves. So that's why it might fail. And the other one that I truly liked was that you said that government can invest in local manufacturers to make sure that there's enough manpower, there's enough machinery to actually produce enough of PPE. But now, why that also might fail is that we need these things urgently. We need them as of yesterday already, and it's a great idea to invest and subsidize local manufacturers, but that process might take quite some time, and I don't know if we have enough time, before, because people are dying daily, the number of infections are increasing daily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now that we're done critiquing each other's proposed solutions, remember this is all about co-creation. So what we do is we then swap papers again. We swap, and so ideally you will take another 5 minutes now to basically look at the proposed solution as well as what the person has written, the critique, why the solution will fail, and then you will come up with a final concept, right? So because in the interest of time again, we didn't want to take the 5 minutes during the video, and we didn't want you guys to watch us like busy writing. We've already written down our final concept. So Calvin, can you just first share your final concept that you got from the proposed solution and combine it with why the solution will fail? Let's see this great fresh idea.
Okay, so basically, in terms of, I think the one I'll start with is, it has to do with the educational campaigns. So my final concept there has to go with the government should establish some form of custom educational campaigns based on demographics of the area. So basically, if I stay in Venda or Northwest, you should send people or a team at least that can speak Tswana in their place or Venda in the areas, just so they can relate with the people. So, and the second one is that, some people are tough to actually get out of the house. So maybe somehow, whether you can go door to door, or maybe if you can actually have a person drive around with a loudspeaker, just telling them, guys, come sign up. Because you guys are vulnerable, there's actually a fund that's set aside.
It's a solidarity fund.
Yeah, so you actually educate them about that. Like, guys, this fund could help you. So just come out and hear out what we have to say.
People love money.
Yeah,
so a little bit of money.
Yeah, so actually tell them, guys, later on, you could be shortlisted to get a help out from government. Yeah.
So that is a great final concept. Okay, so let's hear my final concept. It is around the supermarket. So I wrote, government can align supermarket hours to transport hours and constantly make announcements. So yes, the hours can be aligned, but just to make sure that by 9 o'clock people still get transport. What supermarkets can do is that they can constantly be making announcements. Guys, remember that public transport is ending at 9 o'clock, just to remind people, the older people who might not even know how to look at a watch and know what the time is. If you constantly remind, guys, there's like 5 minutes left, or there's 10 minutes left, or there's 30 minutes left, just to advise them if they're shopping, so they are aware that transport is about to end. So that's my final concept.
Okay, I follow. So basically, the second one that I came up with has to do with the whole PPE issue. So basically, after looking at the reasons that you gave to me that why it might fail, I touched on basically the government should continue investing in local manufacturers in this period and afterwards. And basically, the second one there that I came up with is that the people that are non-essential, or the general public, should stop using masks or gloves. Because
they don't even buy enough of them, so
exactly.
using one the whole day,
they're not even educated how they work. Some of these masks they only work for 15 minutes. Once it's moist, it defeats the purpose. The corona can literally just fly through. And basically, what else? So the third one there was that I came up with is that government should actually approach African countries that have 0 or like 1 person with corona.
So cool.
So basically, they should enter into some form of agreement saying, guys, if you borrow us 100,000 masks, we have a project that's in the pipeline that we're currently funding. We will refund it in the next 2 weeks or a week. In terms of just to replace them, yeah. So I think that might also solve the PPE issue.
Okay, that is such a great final concept. Okay, so my final concept relating to the Rupert and Oppenheimer funds, I am still for the people on the ground. So I still say that, you know, there should be a specific vetting criteria for people, informal people, for informal traders. There should also be a specific one for small to medium-sized businesses. And so to actually talk to why you said it might fail, you said it might fail because, you know, people might overstep their expenses because they don't have the literal documentation to actually show that this is how much we're paying people, this is how much we're spending in buying things. So I would say that there can be like an interval that is set. Say for example, they say we can give between 10,000 and 20,000. So meaning that if you overstate your expenses and you can't prove it, you can't go beyond this limit. You know, so that way they actually still get to have the money, but there's just like interval to say, okay, you can get between this much and that much, obviously according to what you stated, because you don't have proof. But if it's above that, then you're like, sorry man, there's no proof, but at least it was anyway, you know. So that's what that's my final concept.
Okay.
So that's it, guys. We're done. So I hope that you've understood how you can use round robin to literally solve any problem or with any business that you want to start. Obviously, every business is trying to like literally solve a specific problem. So you can use it to come up with this creative and fresh and new and innovative ideas.
Okay. Now I'd like to say that this is something new. It was actually quite easy to come up with these solutions after it was, you know, in a structured format, you know. So yeah, thank you for having me today.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
So that I don't speak about co-creation and you know what I'm co-creating with. So thank you so much for joining us. It was very helpful in this whole.
In the future we'll have more people and more discussions like this, you know. So
I like that.
So yeah, keep chewing basically, guys.
Guys, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. If it's any other social media platform, don't forget to like and share so that other people also get to learn about round robin innovating methods and all the other methods that I'm going to continue sharing on the platform. Thank you so much for tuning in and stay safe, keep well, stay home, guys.
Social distance.
Social distance, 1 meter apart. Then actually make sure you are really 1 meter apart. Okay, guys. Bye.